Hi friends, welcome to DTK Food and Travels. Today we're going to make Pichinga thoran. It's also known as ridged sponge gourd or Chinese okra in some areas. So I'm going to take one of the pichingas and just cut it down the middle, then slice it down the middle again, then cut it lengthwise. So we're going to basically dice it. You can make it as however big or small pieces as you want. I'm not dicing it super thin. It's pretty big because the sponge gourd is mostly water, and once you cook it, it's going to really cook down. So these big diced pieces are going to be really small once you cook it. So you don't have to cut it really small. So I'm just going to go ahead and slice up all of them. And that's about how big you want it. Now we're gonna go ahead and get a coconut mixture ready that we're gonna add to the pichinga before we start cooking it. For this, you want 1 cup of coconut, which I already have in the blender. To that, you're gonna add 3 green chilies, more or less according to how you want it. 1 teaspoon cumin, 2 small pieces of ginger, and 8 cloves of garlic, and I have already added 1 teaspoon of salt into the mixie. So you can add more or less salt according to how you want it to taste. We're just gonna crush this. We're not gonna make it into a paste, just crush it, just 1 or 2 turns of the blender or mixie is all you need. So I have the diced pichinga in a pot here. We're gonna add 2 curry leaf stems in there, 2 small sliced yellow onions, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. That's all you need, just half a teaspoon. Now we're gonna go ahead and add the coconut mixture that we made. Go ahead and put it in there, get all of it out. You don't need to add any water to this. Like I said earlier, sponge gourd is mostly water. So if you add water to it, you'll have to cook it longer to let all the water evaporate. I'm cooking it on medium low, then I'll turn it every once in a while and check on it frequently to make sure that all the water have evaporated and that it's cooking up nicely. So you do want to go ahead and cover it before you turn the stove on. Like I said, put it on medium low. And turn it every once in a while and check on it to make sure it's not overdone. So this cooked on medium low for about 15-20 minutes and it's perfectly done. Just stirring it to make sure, see how small the pieces have become. Okay, perfect. It's done perfectly. So to this, I'm gonna add 1 cup cooked black beans. I had soaked the black beans overnight. Then I cooked it in a pressure cooker with half a teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of garlic and ginger paste. You can use whatever beans or legumes you would want in there. Just make sure you cook it prior. You can use like the small red beans, any dal, anything. You can even use the canned black beans. Just make sure you rinse it and then just saute it in some garlic and ginger paste to add some flavor to it before you add it to the pichinga mix. There, it's well mixed. It looks great. Now we need to make a Thallup for this. We're gonna heat a frying pan. The heat is on medium low, and we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to it. You can use coconut oil, but we're going with extra virgin olive oil. whatever oil you use, it's your preference. Once I added the oil, I increased the heat to high so it'll heat up quicker. And to the hot oil, I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of mustard seed. So once I put the seed in there, I lowered the heat again so I don't want the mustard seeds to pop all over the place. I'm keeping it covered so it won't pop all over the place. It's just gonna take a few minutes for all of it to pop. But in the meantime, if y'all can click like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you like to see any specific videos on any vegetables, meat, anything pretty much, you can request down there and we'll try to get that video out to you. Okay, now the mustard seeds are popping really good. And once all of it had popped, we're gonna add 1/4 of a small sliced onion. Here we have used yellow onion, but you can use like 3 or 4 red pearl onions. Any onions, we're using the yellow onion, but it doesn't have to be that. Any onion you have at home or anything that you prefer is good. We're gonna fry it up really good. It's just gonna take a couple of minutes for it to fry up. And to this, once it's golden brown, we're gonna add 3 stems of curry leaves to it. Pichinga is one of my favorite thorns. It's really easy to make and it tastes the best, I think. Personal opinion here. But y'all will have to try it out to see if what I'm saying is true. I think it's the best tasting thoran out of all the vegetables out there. Although I do like Tindora thoran too, but this is a close one. Now the onions are getting golden brown here. The heat is back to high, just so the onions will cook up faster. But you want to be careful and make sure you don't burn it. You just have to keep stirring it. I wish you could smell this. I love the smell of fried onions. It smells so good. And it's gonna taste even better once you add it to the pichinga mixture. Getting more brown. Almost time to add the curry leaves. Gonna go ahead and add the 3 stems of the curry leaves. Once you add the curry leaves, just go ahead and turn it off because you don't want it to burn. But just stir it around until the curry leaves fry up really good. The Thallup is ready. You're gonna add it to the pichinga thoran. Just gonna add a little bit of pichinga in there to make sure we get all the goodness out. And you just stir it around to make sure all the Thallup is evenly distributed. So that way you can get the good taste of the olive oil and the fried onion mixture. So we're gonna go ahead and plate it, gonna get it into a bowl, and it's ready to be eaten. I hope all of you will try this, Pichinga thoran, and then like and subscribe our channel. And like I said, make a comment about if you want us to make any videos on any specific dishes. Thank you.